actions taken and all words spoken. We will help further this town in this business. Be with us in all things, and we'll give you the praise and thanks for these things in your holy name. Amen.
All right, present tonight is council members, John Bailey, Dave Harding, myself, Gary Deaver, and our clerk treasurer, Sandra Thompson. So first thing is I'll take a motion to approve the minutes, claim dockets, and utility adjustments.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 3-0. Kenny's not here, ran back from the police, so, Jason, street sanitation.
Well, I know it's not from November, but I think we did pretty good on all the streets today. There may be one or two that still need some work, but I think we got most of them in good shape. Last month we did take both dump trucks up to Carmichael's to have them serviced. Annual service on them. We had some repairs that needed to be made to the yellow truck when he got it up there. Picked up some cold patch while we were there, came back, patched potholes. Had to replace the tire on the backhoe. I've got 2 dogs in the kennel. We've been contacting the Humane Society and trying to contact Safe Rescue. Evidently the phone number that we have for Safe Rescue is no longer in service. We've had these dogs for 3 to 4 weeks. It's 2, I'm gonna say 6 to 9 month old pups. They appear to be a pit bull mix. They both appear to be good dogs, but they really need to find a home somewhere. It's locked up in a kennel outside, not a good thing for them. I don't know what else to do besides, like I said, been trying to contact the Humane Society. We don't have room, we don't have room. It's that answer you get for the last 3 years. Did hire some seasonal employees to pick up leaves. As of right now, I think we're at 28 loads of leaves that we've picked up. Most leaves have been picked up. There are still a few out there, different places. I did get our road inventory asset turned into LTAP. Finally, after way too many hours on a computer, because I spent about 12 hours on it at home off the clock, trying to get it taken care of because nobody knew a password and no one would answer the phone. Finally they did. They said they had to delete the account, so then I had to re-enter 240 blocks worth of information, but it did get verified and approved. I still have to print the certificate off showing that I called and verified that it's been approved and everything is good with it. Prisoners got lights put up in the park. We put lights up on the square. UV lamps have been taken out at the waste treatment plant, stored for the winter. That disinfection season doesn't start again until March 1st? April 1st, okay. I was gonna put them in early. Did have to have McAllister come down and do some repairs on the generator. I've got a quote from one company to set up a service contract for maintenance on the generator at the plant. McAllister still has not sent me the quote to have a second quote for it. That's something that definitely needs to be done, so we have the preventative maintenance on that generator, so we always have it for backup down there. And we pulled a pump out at lift station 7 in the trailer court because it was stopped up. When we pulled it out, the pump locked up. Sent it to have them take a look at it. Pump shop. It's gonna be about $7,500 to replace that pump. It's 3-phase, 5-horse Liberty pump. I kind of discussed this a little bit with Dave. Because of the things that are being flushed down a toilet or put down a drain at the trailer court, we have had to pull those pumps a multitude of times to clear socks, rags, all kinds of debris.
Did you say one item, a hammer?
Yeah, and how we found that when Kevin from Bifanio pumped the lift station out. How they got a hammer down in there, I have no clue. But there was a hammer in the bottom of that lift station. But that's something, because I have told the manager of the trailer court multiple times, you've got to tell all your residents, they gotta quit flushing this stuff. They're gonna tear up a pump. They have. At some point, I think either the trailer court itself or the residents of the trailer court should become responsible in helping the town replace equipment that they are tearing up, because the trailer court is the only thing on that lift station.
So you know that's where it's.
I know that's where it's coming from, because that's the only thing that feeds that lift station is the residences in the trailer court.
I assume that Liberty's a grinder pump. We replaced all the grinder pumps in Switch City and other places we work around here with cutter pumps. All the Greene County Regional Sewer District grinder pumps have all been replaced with cutter pumps just because of things like this, and also the sanitary wipes that are, as they say, disposable or flushable. They're not. They've wreaked havoc on grinding pumps. We used to get called out 3 days a week at Switch City.
That is not a grinder pump, that is a cutter pump.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Liberty makes a cutter pump?
V-slice cutter technology.
Yeah, we need to look and see if it's got a grinder head on it. I don't know of Liberty making a cutter pump yet. So, we were used to get called out 3 days a week at Switch City, and we no longer get call outs, so maybe something to look at. That lift station hasn't changed, has it, other than it's still the same wet well, right?
Yeah, approximately. When we did our big project at the plant, that was one of the lift stations that got redone. That got a new control panel and new pumps put in, and the valve station to shut things off.
But the wet well's still small.
The wet well is still the same.
Which makes it very hard to retrofit new pumps into. So it may be a possibility. He and I will talk about it some more after, just see if we can help him out at all.
Have you got information on the dogs on the website?
Yes, I do. And I think her name is Brenda Kuntz. I don't quote me on the name. Someone had messaged me and asked if it was okay for them to share the information to other websites. And I said absolutely, and she has shared to other websites, and I have had 0 responses from anyone. I mean, we keep putting additional straw in, especially with snow and wet and colder weather, but I mean, we're feeding them and watering them every day. But that's no place for a dog to live for that long. Not being out of 6x10 kennel.
I don't know on that one, that's a hard one.
Hopefully somebody needs a Christmas present.
Kind of what I was hoping, but like I said, if I didn't have a dog at home, I would take one of them, but I'm not so sure that mine would agree with another one coming in the house.
We'll just keep at it on that, see if someone will come get them, or we can make arrangements with the place to be called or whatever, maybe they'll answer. Know some more, maybe about it later on. There's something else I was gonna ask.
Has your temporary guy been showing up pretty regular to help with this leave? Okay.
No. None of the three have been showing up on a regular basis. I mean, that's just. I mean, I get text message 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna be there today. Something busted in the house.
I noticed yesterday when you come by, there was only one of the three that was with you then yesterday, so.
I'd say if they're not showing up, let them go.
Well, I mean,
Maybe find someone else, or if you got it.
it's just slowed down the process by not having multiple people to break stuff out, just especially when you get to the big piles. Like I said, I believe we're done with all the big piles, we just got
I
some.
think we're pretty close to being done, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we got quite a bit picked up. Is that Friday or, I don't even remember now if that was Friday or Monday, I think it was Monday. I don't know.
Okay. All right, Randy, fire.
We had 10 EMA runs and 3 fire runs. They're working on installing a new furnace out here. And I got voted in chief for 2026. Again.
Okay, congratulations. Sarah, you're pool?
Got Ryan back there too.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna, well, you didn't sit over here, so I didn't know.
I'm just,
So,
uh,
you got reports for us or anything, or?
did Kenny turn that form in? No, I don't have anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kinda playing on that, but. Sarah,
Do you want me to go over what I turned in or not?
we could wait till,
Okay, as far as pool reports, I don't have anything for the pool itself, nothing's really happened, right?
okay. Well, and nobody's here for a park, so I guess we can circle back to you now with
Okay.
some of the new business. We're gonna take some of this old business and discuss it on our, December 29th meeting and get that all zipped away, so, we'll go ahead and get her in here. Hate to see you go, but understand.
Yeah, I mean, it just is, with me getting a new job, I won't be available in December, so it's just not a possibility for me. It's been a good 4 years. I hope to stay on and help the park board, or not the park board, I don't wanna help the park board, the pool board, and still be involved, so I plan to still be around if, if that's approved.
Well, we have two letters here, one
And then
is
the pool board is also submitting a letter as well.
yeah, for,
Yeah, we can do that too.
so we have a letter from you for resignation, which we can address that now, and then,
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second that for resignation and the other, or just.
I'll be a second.
Okay, alright. I second your motion for resignation.
yeah, Dave made a motion, John seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well, and, opposed? And so motion carried to accept this resignation from pool manager that was offered by Sarah Ross.
I assume, I'm not sure what the process will be or what you guys will want, but I did recommend, very highly Brianna Boer. She was the assistant manager last year. She's worked for the pool for 4 years now. She's very familiar with things. I reached out to her, you know, to let her know what I was doing, and, she said that she would, you know, she would want to be the manager this summer. So, I don't know if we'll have to like post the position and then offer it, you know, let her go through the application process or how that works, but I do, strongly recommend her, in whatever way you guys want to go about doing that. Or if you just wanna say, okay, then we can just move forward that way too. The pool board will, you know, will meet in, this month and go over like pool recommendations and things, you know, for the upcoming season and present those next month at the meeting.
We could probably discuss on the 29th before we maybe have Brown come to our next meeting and kind of, or sometime within the first couple months of the new year. Alright, we'll take that under advisement, so.
Okay, and I didn't know if you read the pool board's
Yeah,
letter.
we're getting ready to,
Okay,
so, well, I read there fast, but. Oh, about the becoming a member for the pool board.
I'll make that motion to include Sarah as a member of the Bloomfield Pool Board.
I second that.
We made a motion and John seconded it for the carrying,
did you want to-
Sarah Ross over to the 2026 pool board as a member, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried 3-0. Congrats on both parts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The other thing that's mentioned in that letter, which you guys can discuss at a later time, I think, is if the town would be interested in, you know, me helping her get started, you know, a couple hours a week just to get things going. Like I said, you guys can discuss that, but I think that that was mentioned in the pool board letter, so.
I see it here, so, yeah. Okay. Alright,
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
next on our agenda is, Oker claims for payment on housing rehabilitation grant, need motion for payment. So is this all the claims with this $12,000 and $930 we talked about, okay?
I make a motion that we, approve the payment of $12,930 for the, Okra claim for the housing rehabilitation grant.
I'll second that.
John made a motion for this claim and, Dave seconded it, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried 3-0, in favor of this claim payment. Next is, Bonifazio's contract. Jeff is here to maybe go over some things with us, or?
Yeah, I also came to, kind of haven't really seen you face to face since we went through the fiasco of the failing the wet test, in last spring, what we all, you know, all the things that we went through with it. A wet test is, you have to do it annually here because you have an industrial user. Most plants that don't have to do it once every 5 years. I don't think we'd ever felled one until this year.
To my knowledge.
Basically, it's some minnows and some, I'll try to say the official name of the fleas, but they're basically water fleas, and they have to live for 48 hours in our effluent in a lab. The lab we were using had been using forever. That's where they failed, and then if they fail once, you have to do a second test within so many weeks. Fell twice. Once you fail twice, you have to do some kind of trace testing, and that's really looking for whatever might be causing this problem. The wastewater plant's been running the same as it's been since we've been part of Bloomfield. Nothing's changed. We don't use any harmful chemicals or cleaning chemicals that would cause this problem. So we ventured out looking everywhere we could. Did inspections, did all kinds of things, trying to figure out where it might be coming from. Found nothing. I can't remember the months, but
August,
July,
September.
August, no, it was August, September, I think it was July, August and September. So we had to so now you have to pass 3 months in a row. So we passed in July, we switched labs. Not sure that had anything to do with it, but we went to a different lab that's more quality control, I think, and we passed in 3 months in a row, and so now we're back to just normal. We've tried to keep you all abreast of it with emails and stuff. I'm sure it was fun reading that stuff, but try to keep everybody informed, and we're back to normal, and hopefully we have to go back to our normal schedule of every March of doing our wet test, and hopefully whatever was causing the problem is gone. It could be anything, somebody doing something locally that it's in your sewers. How do you find it? How do you know what's going in there? Unless somebody actually sees somebody doing something illegal, or somebody's dumping something in illegal on us. But all the rest of the tests that you're required to meet, we pass every month with flying colors. We're well under our permit limits, and we had no clue what happened. And that's not, according to the people that I've worked with and talked to, that's not uncommon. Sometimes you just have something bad going through your plant that you can't identify where it's coming from. And there's obviously not enough staff to run around and watch everything everybody's doing. So that's gone, that's taken care of. And pretty much everything else is, been several years and not having any problems. So I hope that's a testament to what we're doing down there. And I think it's very much a testament to Ethan and Jason and the rest of their staff, which is not a lot of people, but they do a great job. I think it's a good team. We didn't change anything in the contract. I will tell you that we pay for all your lab supplies in that contract. You probably don't even know that, but we do all your tests in our lab except for E. coli. They do it on site.
We do E. coli, and we did some ammonia testing.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out, was that the,
But the routine tests that we do every week, we do 3 days a week here, and we pay for all those lab supplies. And I will tell you, those things have tripled in the since 2022. We didn't ask for any more for those. We feel like we have a good contract here and a good working relationship. So entertain any other questions you might have.
Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Don't really know enough to ask you questions.
Yeah, that's. People really don't ask questions until you start having problems.
Yeah,
Just haven't had any, other than the wet test problem. It's been, effluent's good. I think the improvements we made at the plant, how many years ago that been now?
I think it's either 4 or 5.
It seems like 2 to me, but.
Yeah, but it's,
Huge improvements down there with the grant you got, and the new bar screen, and the UV units, made a huge difference, and
UV was a big change.
I think the RAS pumps and getting rid of the telescopic valves was the home run though. Deeper.
Is this an annual service agreement? Is that how?
Yeah, we do it,
3-year.
it's a 3-year.
Oh, is it?
It can be 5-year, it can be 1 year, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Oh, I see.
It's traditionally been 3 years,
Okay.
except for the very first year, I think, was a 1 year.
Is this, for year one, is that a 3% from what it is from 25, is it?
That's correct.
Each year,
Yeah.
3%?
I'll make a motion, we approve the 3-year contract beginning in 2026 at $73.55 per month, and then increasing in 27 and 28 at the rate of consumer price index percentage or 3%, whichever is greater. That would be the same for both 27 and 28.
Yep.
That makes sense?
Yes, I agree with that, and I will second that. I'll second that.
Dave made a motion, John seconded it about the service agreement with the bicentennial. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried 3-0 for the service.
I do have a question on our permit you've been looking into on the building. But you got any information?
Well, I mean, so, first of all, thanks for the vote of confidence, and if you guys ever have any questions, I get paid to answer my phone, so don't ever hesitate to call me. So I guess when we built the new plant and built the new lab building, there was a permit that was supposed to be turned in by the construction people or somebody. I think it went to Scott Yoho originally, and I can't remember, was that how much longer he was still in office? Because time flies by, and so it didn't get done. It
You know,
didn't
the
get
issue
inspected.
is, Scott said he didn't send that in. I talked to Scott, he said he did not send that in.
Yeah, so the thing that we thought we were missing was the truss, the truss package, and
Description on
yeah, so I submitted it, and then the guy called me, the Prost guy, who actually is my neighbor that I didn't know. And he said he said, did you pay the fee? And I go, no, it didn't ask me to pay a fee. So evidently I've not, got the right information or whatever, but I followed, you sent me that email, it had a link, I followed the link and uploaded the truss package detail that was from the engineers, and so he called me back and says, well, he hasn't got anything, so I'm working with him still. He called me the other day, and I was actually getting ready to go into a meeting, so I didn't get to finish the conversation, and then Thanksgiving was the next day, so I'll be back in contact with him. I don't think it's a big deal, they'll threaten you with a fine, but after he got figured out, we lived in the same community, that he goes, we hardly ever find a municipality, so we'll get it taken care of, and hopefully by next week.
You asked when I walked in, but he hasn't called me
He
back.
told me he had to call you because you were his point of contact, so evidently he's not called you. This was last Tuesday or Wednesday before Thanksgiving that I talked to him.
Okay, well, I'll go back there and look, but
Yeah, but I'll communicate with him again, we'll get it taken.
if he called me, I didn't answer.
I mean, the building's been there for 5 years, it's surely not a problem.
And they know that.
It's a technicality.
Yeah, they know that.
We'll blame Scott.
That's what I told Scott. And I'm guessing whoever built it, which I don't remember, just put Scott.
Well, I think it ultimately should have went to the construction company that got the contract.
Should have, got their lanes.
Yeah, I'll keep working on it.
All right. Next on our agenda is, looks like Dana's here to help, or to, address something here, acquiring alley between 222 and 226 East Mechanic Street.
Yeah, we don't know if it's possible. we live at, my husband Aaron and I, we live at 226 on East Mechanic Street. And there is a gravel alley behind our house that runs from North Judge Street to Cold Springs. The driveway isn't actually a driveway, I found that out recently. I think the records office called it a 10-foot alley. We've been using it as our driveway because it's the only way we can get into our carport. We spoke to our neighbor, Jason Sisk, and we asked him, hey, if we are able to acquire the driveway, do you care? And he said, no, not at all, because they park in front of their house. Our other neighbor on the other side, Steve Ridgway, he said, oh, you just go to the town and you tell them you want to take it and they give it to you.
Steve.
So
is it the alley between the houses
it's
or the one
between the
behind
house.
your house?
It's the between the houses. It connects East Mechanic to that gravel, but that gravel alley is not very long and it's open on both ends. So if we were to take the alley driveway as our driveway, it wouldn't impede anything. Like it wouldn't stop people from being able to use the gravel driveway or the gravel alley. I didn't know if it was possible. If it is, how do we do that? And if it's not, how do we get somebody to come out and make some repairs?
So when I first originally read this, I thought it was the whole alley behind the houses.
Oh goodness.
But not that, cause, yeah. Thank
No.
you. So you're just talking about the,
It's just a drive.
yeah,
If you were in front of our house, you would think it was our driveway. Well, you were at our house
yeah, I
last
seen it
weekend.
the other day, and I actually drove up that way today just to see.
So is it blacktop, gravel?
It's blacktop that needs a lot of help.
Who would have blacktop?
I don't know if the town would have blacktopped an alley years ago. It's not had anything done to it in the time that I have worked for the town.
I think about 12 years ago, we used to have a really big pothole, and Butch Bovenshin, he came and he got somebody to come out and put a patch in it maybe 12, 13 years ago. But that's just one spot. It needs some love. So we'd kind of like to acquire it if possible and grind it up and do it right and make it nice.
We
But
just have to look at it. If we decide it's possible, talk to Sam and go from there.
okay, what's the next step for me?
Probably wait.
Just
I
waiting.
think we need to take a look at it. We'll have to talk to our attorney if we agree that, yeah, I think that would be okay to do, or we'd like to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Would be in
Is that
contact
right?
with you on it, yeah. That's basically it, so, on that, so, yeah, we'll kinda get together and talk to him and see, and then,
It seemed like it might be good if we had something from your neighbors. It sounds like your neighbors are okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a statement or something from them saying, hey, we're okay with this, might help us to move this along and,
Okay.
might be helpful.
And the alley ends behind it, at the gravel behind the house,
yeah,
right?
it doesn't go.
It doesn't go
Yeah.
straight on through.
No, there's another property back there that I guess
Kyle
is technically.
Dono's, I believe,
Yeah. I
right
guess
behind
it's
the,
Spring Street is what
yeah.
that's.
behind, it's right behind the,
And that,
Help.
once you would get to Spring Street, there's a big bank.
yeah,
It would have to come down, so there'd be no way to.
Yeah, I don't.
It looks just.
Kid
like
might
a
ride a
driveway.
bicycle down it, but other than that, you're not gonna drive a car down it.
and so Jason Sisk is the other side
He's
neighbor?
at 222.
Okay.
222. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. We talked to him before we ever tried to dig anything up, and he said he didn't care. He and his two boys, well, his oldest is now in the military, but they pretty much always park on the street, or every once in a while they park in the grass behind their house.
yeah, when I was driving up that other alley, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that, I thought it was just part of the driveway, or something, but never.
For the
Yeah.
longest time, we thought it was ours, but then we find out it's not actually ours, so we just
How
wanted
did
to.
you find out it wasn't yours?
There was a little bit of a dispute because somebody was hauling, roof waste up the alley and they dropped a lot of nails through there. And our neighbor Diane called the police, and the offending person who drug roof waste up through there said, well, it's not a driveway, it's an alley, I can do whatever I want.
Oh.
So, that was a year or two ago, but
But yeah, I think, like John said, statements from neighbors
will be helpful.
would help with that.
Yep, we can do that.
Okay. Thanks for coming. Now we'll, I guess we'll make a, so at the year-end meeting, we just need to, vote on that, or just, know it's here?
Just make a motion that that's what we're gonna do.
Okay,
I'll make a motion then. You say we need to make a motion? I'll make a motion that, we have a end of year meeting, on December the 29th at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. here at the fire station to just do some closeout, administrative business that, needs to be done.
I'll second that.
John made a motion for our year-end meeting, Dave seconded it, so all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried 3-0 to meet here at 10 a.m. Sandra, get that put out public notice. Alright. Any other business tonight? I think that concludes our meeting, so
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
A second?
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried to adjourn the meeting.